Hey,
We're back.
we're back. Finally.
I'm going to turn my volume down a
Okay.
little bit.
I don't know. How's mine?
Sounds good.
Good.
I sound better?
Yep.
All right. We're tweaking it up.
Are we crystal clear for the audience? Because I know that sometimes we're not.
Well, last show we had a little hiccup.
Little hiccup.
A little hiccup. But we're doing it again, man. Back.
Yeah. It's good to be
for
back.
Action. Right? I don't
Got
know
a
what
lot
you want
of-
to start with.
We got a lot of good stuff for the show this week. So,
Yes.
Well,
What was
first-
our title? Mind games?
mind games. Because there's a lot of mind stuff. First, let me ask, Jason, how was your week?
It was good. I mean, we hung out on Saturday, right? But let's
I guess
start
so.
why.
That's right.
Let's start why we didn't have a show last Wednesday.
Okay.
Because I got my second dose of the vaccine.
And you weren't feeling too hot.
Yes. But let's get into that a little later.
Yeah. Because there's a lot to unpack there.
There's a lot to unpack there.
Let's do a quick. We can do a quick recap, right?
We weren't able to do the show.
No, we weren't.
I'll just leave it at that. We weren't able to do the show.
But we tried.
We tried. We definitely texted each other, and I was like, can't do
It's-
it.
it
And
just
you were
happens.
gone. You were still out of town.
I was out of town. So while I was out of town, actually, I think I was about to hit the road when this happened. Prince Philip died,
Yes.
which is funny because he looked kind of dead in one of those recent pictures.
There was that meme going around about him in the car, right?
Right. But it was quickly overshadowed,
Yes.
his death, by, any guesses?
I think we all know. I think our listeners know.
I think so.
Pretty bummed about DMX, right?
Yep.
DMX. Let's get a DMX shout out.
You know what? He was great.
I loved him. That
I
was
thought
like
he was
when
great.
rap was awesome rap.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
definitely had his albums.
I didn't, but I liked his style.
Yes.
He had a great style.
Yeah.
Very rugged.
Oh, Joe, let me switch your side. Let's switch sides. So it looks like we're looking at each other, if we do. We're trying a different camera this time. Trying to get away
Oh, that's right.
looking at my screen all the time. I want to talk to Joe.
Yeah, this is more natural.
Yeah. A little natural.
Some of it's more natural.
Some of it. We're not all the way there yet, but we're trying to get better.
Right. We're
Like
not
we
Joe
said,
Rogan.
we have to exercise doing the podcast.
Exactly.
You know?
It's a muscle.
Yeah.
And you guys are here to watch us
Fumble
exercise.
every week.
Fumble. Maybe sometimes a
So
touchdown.
DMX, man. No, DMX. Tell me your DMX story.
I'm glad you reminded me. Okay. This is one of my favorite stories. I'm going to share another screen here with you.
Oh, yeah, here.
What do I do?
I got it. It's on there. You can scroll up, buddy.
Well, what if I switch it to a different one?
Okay, I'll remove
Here.
it.
I'm gonna. So I read this article in 2008. Okay, Barack Obama was not president yet,
Yeah.
but he soon would be. And you got to see this. No one believed me. I tried to tell people about this amazing article I read, and no one believed me.
So this is like 2008?
2008.
Okay.
Now, do you see this? See this screen?
Yeah.
All right.
What's that say?
So, I'm going to just read some. This is an excerpt from an interview, a transcript.
Okay.
Double XL said, "Are you following the presidential race?" And he said, "Not at all." They said, "You're not? You know there's a black guy running, Barack Obama, and then there's Hillary Clinton." He said, "His name's Barack? Barack Obama, yeah." Barack? Barack. What the fuck is a Barack? Barack Obama. Where he from? Africa? Yeah, his dad's from Kenya. What the fuck? That ain't no fucking name, yo. And then, I'm not going to get in any trouble by reading the rest of it. But you can see, and this is so funny to me, he did not believe that there was a Barack Obama. And to me, that was probably to this day one of the most classic, funniest things I've ever read.
That's awesome.
I thought that was hilarious, and I thought anyone who catches this stream should know about this. That's my DMX tale. I loved his music as well.
Music, man. But I guess he overdosed, right? He overdosed.
I think so, and I don't.
And then had a heart attack.
Yeah, do we know? Yeah, I don't.
Well, it was like 2 or 3 days before, right?
Okay.
Like he had gone into, I guess, intensive care.
Oh, that's right.
Before he was officially dead. So
yeah,
it might have been a week even before that too. Like I heard something was up, but then like nothing was official until that same day, Prince Philip.
Right.
But DMX totally trended higher.
He did, and that sad thing happened. I think this happened with Tom Petty too, where people were announcing DMX's death before it happened.
Which is, I think, when he was hurt, and he was like had a heart attack, but wasn't responsive, and then
right. So that's too bad too. Yeah. People just want to jump on this.
Just like our old story, man. Like we're talking about Nipsey Hussle, right?
That's right.
We love our rappers. We love rap music. They're artists. They're poets.
Exactly.
I saw a cool interview with him, when they're doing all this stuff. It's like, yes, everyone's a poet, man. I think it was MTV that did it. And it was like, yes. He's like, I've always been writing poetry because I was rapping, It's like, that's cool.
This was DMX saying that?
Yeah.
There's a great meme out there of, I guess he's like started a garden at some point.
Huh.
And, maybe I'll just try to pull it up.
Well, he's got a little green thumb.
I think so.
That's good.
Because, at some point...
From what I heard, he was really religious, very down to earth. Like...
Oh, yeah?
Like, people that had met him, had nothing good things to say about him, so...
Mm-hmm. And, he had a troubled life, man.
Yeah.
So I could see...
But that song, like his first album, man... Or that show, like when he played Woodstock. Did you see that video? That was awesome.
That's crazy shit.
Like
man. He was a great performer. Here, I shared this meme just real quick. Some people like this. I'll read it in case it's not big enough. When I first started growing orchids, I thought they needed the most expensive soil and lights. That's when I realized that all that they really needed was time and attention. Pretty good.
I love that.
I like that. It's good shit.
That's awesome.
So, R.I.P. DMX. Sad.
R.I.P. man. I just don't like death, man.
I know.
I don't like death.
A bummer.
Not when cool artists. Like, I hated when Tom Petty died.
Mm-hmm.
And that was drug related too,
Yeah.
Chris Cornell.
Yeah.
Like Prince.
A lot of people recently.
That's probably has to do with just the times we're in too. Still COVID, people still at home, people not at home. I don't know where you live, but like, I guess we can kind of get to our other topic.
Well, yeah, I mean,
like
a lot of these.
What our vaccine update is, Joe.
Oh yeah. So this is big shit, man.
I mean, we went to that comedy show. We went to Billy's comedy show.
Yes, I did want to talk a little about that. What'd you think?
10th.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Jamie Kennedy was hilarious.
That was so
All the
funny.
other comics, Dave Carter, that other guy, Jay was great.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice to see a live show for once.
So to me, that was a huge highlight.
First one of the year for you, right?
Like, yeah. They could have all bombed and I would have been pretty happy, but everyone kicked ass.
It was a parking lot show.
It was for a good cause too, right?
Yeah.
What's that called? Hope's Nest?
It was Hope's Nest. Yeah.
Okay.
It was it was a benefit show, but Bill sold like 60 tickets in that parking lot. I didn't get a head count, but
Yeah.
it's amazing.
There were, I think, more than St. Patty's Day, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah. It was super fun, man.
Here's Hope's Nest, in case anyone wants to check it out.
Yeah. We'll put it on there. It's a serving the critical needs of Los Angeles children and teens through educational opportunities, life skills, tutoring, and the arts.
And I made sure to buy plenty of shots and beer. Obviously for the cause.
For the cause.
Yep. So, donate if you see this and
Yes.
you're interested.
Very cool. And we're happy to have Bill on our show last week, man. Or 2 weeks ago now, man. I mean,
That was awesome.
it's just so good to see some live comedy, man.
I know, I was going to say, good for him for doing this show.
I think he wants to do it again. I mean, he used to do shows at the Improv, the Ice House, like, just he would go on the road too. Like, that's not happened for a year.
Right. And he put that together fast. Like,
he did it in like a week.
That's impressive.
He was like,
man.
who can you get? You know? It's like, that's awesome.
Good for him. We need more.
Yeah, we need more live shows. I mean, it's getting warmer, nicer.
Keep at it, I'd say. Get us
We're
more.
getting the vax. I got the vax, Joe.
So that's really why a lot of, why we're opening up, right?
Yeah, it took me 3 or 4 days, though, to get over that hump.
Of the first or second shot?
Second shot.
So,
I will tell you, my left arm, my shot arm, it hurt the first vax. Worse.
Okay. Oh, really?
But the night sweats and you feel like you're getting sick for like 2 days.
That sounds miserable. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
Here's a question,
Yeah.
because this could sway the debate for me, because I'm a little freaked out about getting the vaccine for reasons. But this could push me over the edge. Would you rather be hungover or have the post-vax feeling?
Post-vax.
Not better than hangover.
Because my brain was totally functional.
Okay.
Right? Like, your brain is fine. It's just you have the body aches, you have the sweats, you have I had chills, and I'm like, it's hot outside. So
Sounds like heroin withdrawal. Like, I don't like that.
There was Billy sent me this gif, or this. Okay, it's like this. This is the night sweats.
Oh,
Just from Airplane. Remember Airplane?
oh, that's so bad. Yeah.
It's like, okay.
What you're describing sounds awful.
But then, like, 2 days later, like, I drank a bunch of Gatorade, took a bunch of ibuprofen. Like, you have to do that 2 or 3 times a day.
Mm-hmm.
Just to get over that. Your sleeping's messed up. Like, that's why we couldn't do the show. I was like, I'm not. You texted me. I was like, I don't even know what's going on right now.
Yeah. No, that sounded bad, but
Yeah.
but better than a hangover.
Way better than hangover.
All right, I'll take it.
Like, because hangover, you have that, just, what's the word I'm looking for? You're dehydrated,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Which
But
is
your
like why it's so
brain
bad.
is, like, hurting, and then, I just don't, like, other than my arm, it's like for a day,
Yeah. Here's another issue I'm having. And you didn't do this, and so I commend you. At least I don't think you did it. And if you did, I'm about to offend
Hey, did
you.
he text you? He said he talked to you after he was on the show. Because you brought up
Oh,
the article about the 15 million,
yes.
right?
And I'm going to get into that. So
Okay.
I'll get into
Okay.
me and Bill's conversation. But the first thing I want to say is it's enough with the vaccine selfies.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
I don't think you
selfies.
took one, and I
didn't take
commend
one.
you for that.
No,
Because
it's the shot and it's the card.
right.
Everyone's doing the card too.
Really, they really are. It's like,
Yeah.
I guess it's a big temptation for people. They have to show everyone.
That they have it.
I don't think I like it. I think I'm just...
No, I haven't done it. I don't really take photos of myself, so.
Well, remember when taking pictures of your food was big on Instagram?
Yes, they can't go to restaurants, so.
Yeah, so now they can have that. So now it's the vaccine.
I'll get a shot of my Band-Aid.
Exactly. I just had to bring that up because it's like...
It's definitely trending, right? Your vax shot. And now it's 16 plus now in LA. You can get it. You can get it now, you know. I went to Dodger Stadium.
Yeah?
It took like 45 minutes.
Each one?
Each one. They make you wait for 15, but it was longer going through the parking lot than they had enough lanes.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense. Like, they got it down.
It seems pretty streamlined.
To do it. Like, you can't go earlier, but, like, I had friends that went to the hospital. Joe went to USC. Like, it wasn't busy at any of those. I know they opened it up, like, last week at Cal State, and it was, like, Johnson & Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard it was getting packed there, but...
Oh, okay.
Because they kind of just, like, let it open. People were driving in Bakersfield.
Holy shit.
I saw people posting about that. I was like, fuck.
That's a trek.
I'm so glad I'm ahead of that curve.
Right.
Think about driving to Bakersfield.
No, thank you. Do you know anyone who got the Johnson & Johnson?
Not that I know of. No. Everyone I've talked to, Moderna or Pfizer. The Pfizer.
Yeah. The Johnson & Johnson this week. Some hot water there.
Yeah, so that was 2 days ago, right?
2 days ago.
Or yesterday.
Yeah. And then this will lead into the
you have
conversation.
You have an article?
I do. Here you go.
What happened? I mean, people know, but...
People know. So this is from today, basically just confirming that, yeah, they're pausing it.
It was the FDA, right?
I believe so.
I think it was the FDA.
An expert advisory committee to the Centers for Disease Control decided Wednesday it needed more time to consider whether to recommend to resume administering the COVID-19 vaccine made by Johnson & Johnson. So, yeah, the CDC and the FDA called for a voluntary pause.
Right.
And I think, what's going around is like, it's only 6 cases of blood clotting out of however many.
One person died.
Okay.
But that other thing that you showed us last week or last episode, it was like the leg rash.
Right. So there was
I
that.
wonder if that's the clotting.
I wonder too.
So
after that, I told that story. Oh, and then we also talked about how they had in Massachusetts, I think they had.
It was Baltimore.
Baltimore. They had mixed up some now I can't remember. They basically had mixed up some of the vaccines, and me and Bill were kind of debating like.
Well, he hadn't heard the story, but then after we had the podcast,
I
saw him the next day, and he was like,
he called
Joe
me.
was right.
Because he was like, well, they did. I can't remember his point now. Basically, he was like, well, they must have scrapped them, so they didn't go out, but I think they had gone out.
Right.
So that was it.
To us, to our knowledge, that was the first we heard when you brought it up. So.
And it was funny that he called me to issue a retraction because I actually hadn't read the article, so I didn't know the answer either. This is a very informative show.
He's like, Joe was right. They did lose 15 million doses.
That's what it was. Yeah, they lost a bunch.
So, I'm kind of glad I went with the Moderna one.
I think you should be glad.
That's the Dolly Parton one.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
That's the one she funded.
Right. That's the only one that's not really in a lot of hot water. I mean, maybe Pfizer isn't.
It's the same. It's the same as Pfizer, but I think.
But like AstraZeneca and J&J, those ones got.
I will tell you, man, I got it when I felt great, and it still brought me down a notch.
You got it when you felt great. Okay.
I was taking vitamin C, normal multivitamin every day.
Right.
I felt good. Don't get it feeling sick already. That's my only advice.
Probably a good point. Yeah.
You know, because it's gonna wreck you.
And you'll just feel shittier.
But everybody I talked to, you know, wasn't that bad. I just got the night sweats.
Hey, if it beats a hangover, then again, I'm kind of swayed.
I got that. I got chills and I got night sweats.
Manageable, right?
It's manageable.
Just slows you down enough that...
Slows you down.
You know.
But see, like the first, I'll tell you, the first shot, I didn't have anything ready. Then I have Gatorade, I have like soup, like I kind of prepped that for the next wave. Like, oh, if I have this, it's easy to make. You don't have to. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Just have food ready in the fridge.
so you don't... Yeah. So you don't have
Like,
to go
you know
out.
when you are sick? The funniest thing is my apartment, there's clothes everywhere. It's like, okay, what am I wearing? Like, what the fuck shirt is this? That sick mode?
Uh-huh.
And then the fact that I'm alone, like, okay, no one's taking care of me to check on me. That's the worst, I think, about being by yourself.
Right. So you're saying, like, kind of prep to baby yourself.
Baby yourself, yeah. Just have stuff ready, man. No one's there to make you soup.
I don't like being on my ass, man. I don't...
But you have a wife now, so, like...
Right. But I hear what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
that's
Like
a shitty
having
feeling.
that stuff ready the second time was way easier.
Yeah.
So pretty good update, man.
So the good news with this vaccine is that it's allowing things to reopen.
Finally reopening.
And even California, which is slow to open, as we know.
Slow to open.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's now 16 plus can get it, right?
Yeah.
You said your wife is probably going to get it, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Well, she has to, or?
She doesn't have to, but in order to not be tested every week, she's going to.
Yeah.
And it's funny because she wanted the Johnson & Johnson.
Because it's a one shot. It's a one shot deal, right?
Right, and exactly. And
Yeah.
so kind of sucks. She's going to have to go back to the other one. But so I'm trying to find an article, but basically TVs are back in the bar now.
Yes. I went to the Rustic the other night, man. I stopped in for dinner.
I was at Public House, and they had TVs.
Finally have TVs. I don't know if they were on.
These ones were on, so that's good.
Yeah.
But what I'm like, when did they announce this? Like, I want to see if they...
They did. They announced it. I saw it.
Okay.
It was probably like 2 weeks ago. They said TVs can be back in bars now.
Oh, man. I think it's so funny that they canceled that. That's so funny to
It
me.
was totally canceled. It was canceled since like Christmas, I think, or fuck. When's the last time?
All I'm seeing is news
remember
from
you
when they shut
texting
it
me.
down.
I remember you going to the bar and you're like, "There's no TVs. I'm just sitting here."
Yeah. But I'm not seeing any articles that I'm just seeing January 30th.
No, I saw there was
they shut 'em
definitely it was a CDC thing. They said.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
They
anyway,
do it like every week, but
TVs are back, and that's good news. You know what's funny? To counterbalance, TVs are back. You know what's
some
not?
things are not back.
Some things are not back, and apparently won't be back.
It
Which is a shame.
sucks, dude.
Yeah, it really does.
It sucks, dude.
And this is the talk of the town right now.
I see everybody sharing it. I hate it, dude.
I know. It's a bummer. Here, check it out, guys.
You know what, Joe? I'm gonna just leave this image on for 30 seconds.
All right.
Because literally it sucks, right?
Yes, and they should soak it up.
Fucking suck it up. Why is this full screen? See, here's me messing up.
Wait, why didn't it? Oh,
It's gotta be like this. Nope. We're just gonna look at it full screen.
I gave you the article, right?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay,
I got it.
cool.
Man. Cinerama Dome, ArcLight, Pacific Theaters, not reopening.
Not reopening.
So there have been some movie theaters that have opened up, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
in the last 2 weeks, I think. They did it 10%, 25%. It was 100 people, 200 people. ArcLight is not reopening.
Not going to be one of them.
Ah, shoot.
What a bummer.
Which sucks because I like to see all the big movies there. I mean, in our neighborhood, we have all these small theaters, which I love. Which is still my favorite thing.
Me too. But
if you want to go to a big event movie,
you want
that big cinema,
for me the ArcLight, yeah.
It's like there's certain movies you need to see in the dome. Like I saw Once Upon a Time in Hollywood in the dome.
I saw that there too, and that was great.
It was great. It was sold out. A giant theater, you know?
Yeah. And no, you're right. I love the small theaters, the Vista, Los Feliz.
Yeah.
But ArcLight was,
those,
hands down my choice.
And those still aren't open yet, too. Those are all privately owned, which I don't think will till they get past
well, see, and
60%.
That's what scares me. If ArcLight can't make it, or Pacific, they're owned by Pacific Theaters, right? Yeah. Something like that. But if they can't make it, how are these small ones?
The weird thing is the ones are open now are AMC, and AMC's struggling. You know?
That's right.
The benefit of this, there's two benefits.
Mm-hmm.
The ArcLight, okay, it's a chain. Someone might buy it, right?
Right.
The benefit is the dome itself, built in 1963. Do you know that? Is a Hollywood landmark. It cannot be torn down. So it won't be torn down.
So that's actually warms my heart to hear.
Will not be torn down.
That's great. Because and the other thing you said
is...
They
ran into this, I think years ago, like in the 90s. When they wanted to like do a restaurant in there and stuff. But they kind of kept it a movie theater. And then it was historically... It's on that list. It's on the historical...
But you're also saying it can still maybe be bought.
You know what's going to happen? My second thought is like Netflix is going to buy it.
I was just... You know what? I was thinking the exact same thing.
They're building that second giant complex right behind it. They've been building it for like 2 years.
That's the other thing.
You know, Netflix has that other building on Sunset or Hollywood.
Right.
They're building a giant complex right behind that.
Shit.
So they're probably going to buy it.
I think you're right.
But
I think that's a solid theory.
I don't know if it was this article or there was another one, but it's the highest grossing theater in the country. So for them not to open when movie theaters are opening,
this one is?
The ArcLight is. Yeah.
Wow.
It's the highest grossing theater in the country.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know if it was in this article. It might be in the other one. But there's plenty of articles about it. It's pretty nuts, man.
Oh wait, I think I just found what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Is this showing?
Yeah.
The Hollywood ArcLight is also one of the highest grossing movie theaters in the nation. So a huge blow to the industry and the LA market.
It just sucks.
That really sucks.
I mean, it's a good place to see a movie, man.
Yeah.
That's what really bums us out. Something we haven't done in a year, and it's still not gonna. They should have broke this 4 months ago.
And see, this is where my confusion lies.
Were they sitting on this?
Were they sitting on this? Did they not see it coming?
Was there like a windfall of like, oh, we just did our taxes. We're not
right. That's what I'm wondering. He's like,
we're not gonna open.
We just happened to just realize it. I mean, I still blame Newsom, and obviously it's bullshit. Should never have.
But someone's gonna buy it. I'm sure.
I think your theory.
I think it's gonna be Netflix.
Some legs.
I mean, they bought the Egyptian to play movies so they could qualify for Oscar. It's all connected.
You know, I read a stat today that something like 38 or 39% of people think Netflix has the best original streaming content. And I should not be saying this stat without showing it because I could be getting it wrong. But point being, I mean, if anyone's going to buy it, it's going to be them, I think.
It's right there. I mean, they're literally building a block complex the next block over.
Yeah.
It's Bumtown over there right now, but...
Oh, my God. Seriously, man. What?
It's Bumtown, but I guess it's not Venice Beach, right?
Right.
I guess that's worse.
What isn't Bumtown right now in LA?
Yeah.
What a shame. And it's not the only one. I need to say
It's a
that
shame, man. Because like
lots of businesses are closing.
every big movie, man. I mean, and they have everything. They would do like old throwback movies too.
Mm-hmm. A lot of diverse stuff.
I guess
And
we just have to wait for like the Vista and stuff to open up.
but I'm like, I hope they open back up.
That's what scares me.
That scares me too.
They just have the to be continued sign up.
Right. Shit's
Come
depressing.
on.
Yeah.
My favorite thing this week has been seeing on Instagram all the other bars that we like. They're like, we're hiring.
I know. What's that about?
Well, because they fired everybody or everyone quit.
Yeah. You'd
And
think
left.
they'd come running back, but maybe they moved. I don't know.
They could have moved. They could have left. Like,
You might see me bar backing at your, well, I was going to say your favorite bar, but our favorite bars, which would be
yeah.
4100 and
Oh, I can't
the
wait for
Rustic.
4100.
Yeah. Or not the Rustic, Hyperion.
Hyperion Public.
The Rustic's good too, obviously.
But
yeah,
other than like Rustic, and we went to the Roost. But like, there's other bars
Roost.
like the Bigfoot I used to go to.
Yeah.
That's been closed. I think they're gonna open again soon, man.
I'm glad.
But the funny thing is to see it on Instagram, like, well, we're hiring.
I know.
They totally redid Hyperion Public.
That I can see why they stayed closed, because they apparently had a lot to do inside.
Yeah.
They did so much shit from what I see.
Well, they made it a deli, and then the outside, like.
Right. I did grab a
That's one
sandwich
thing
there.
I kind of hope stays. Like, I love that Rustic has a patio now.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be just a dead zone,
Yeah,
right?
I agree with you. You know, coronavirus has, for all the downsides and the bad economy, it's done some things
That are
that
better.
I
They're
hope
better, right?
stay. Yeah.
I hope some things stay.
Right.
But, like, the drawing room, come on. That's not coming back till we're,
Yeah.
like, 75%.
Yeah.
You know?
And that kind of takes some of the luster out of these places reopening. Is like
Yeah.
they reopen. Like my first day at Rustic, when they reopened, it was just like, this doesn't really have the same magic. Just me sitting in a corner, like away from everyone.
Right.
It was kind of weird.
No, I went there and sat inside. I was like, just to get that
Just
vibe.
to do it.
Get that vibe. Just to write. Like, I haven't written in here in like a year.
It's a nice place to write.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
So we are cheering it along. We hope they come back faster.
Cheer it faster.
Seriously.
Stronger, wiser. I
Sucks.
think by next. Do they say? Well, Newsom said. They say April or no June. June.
He said June.
California's totally open.
A lot of people are skeptical about whether he means that. But
Well, there's games. There's Dodger games now, man.
you know, I want to go to a hockey
There's
game.
sporting events. Like, you know, there's basketball, hockey. It's all gonna. I think they have a limited number of seatings, but
Mm-hmm. I want to go. I'm looking forward to hockey.
yeah.
I don't know why. I just like hockey.
We should go to a game, man.
Yeah. The Kings, right?
The
I think I've been to
Kings.
one. Maybe not even.
I went to the Penguins game. Went to a couple Penguins games when I still lived in the East Coast.
Who's the Penguins?
Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
But that was like when I was in college, and it was awesome.
Such a fun time. I think that's the thing. Hockey's one of the few sports I can wrap my head around.
Yes.
Like baseball, I like the games. Don't get me wrong.
I
but
can't wait to go.
I zone out.
I gotta go, man.
Yeah.
I really. Hey, Dodgers are doing good, man. World
Yeah, we got to
champs.
go.
They were
Dodgers
good.
game.
We never got a parade because of COVID.
Right.
Which I'm pissed. But
You like the parade? I know
would-
this.
LA needs a parade.
I think you're right. We've been through enough.
When COVID's done, the Lakers and the Dodgers won the World Championships last year,
Yeah,
and we didn't get a parade
that's a good point.
because you can't have a parade in a pandemic.
Right. And see, I don't follow this shit, so I just didn't even
Yeah.
think about that.
Yeah,
But
you
you're
know
right.
how exciting that would be. I mean, Echo Park blew up basically. when they won. But
well, Echo Park blew up again, Jason, but with homeless people.
yes,
You heard about all that drama?
I heard that. Yes.
Oh man.
I think that was during our last show. We just didn't bring it up, but
you're right. Yeah, because they did a whole sweep of it, and people were
well. That's the problem is
right protesting. I mean,
they need to do something better for the homeless people. Some people can't do anything.
Right.
That's happening in Venice Beach right now.
Yeah, it's really bad there too.
It's awful.
In fact, I did hear that like they're building some housing there. Is that?
I think there's some. They built some right off the 5, but there's so many protocols. I think that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a don't drugs thing,
Which is hard
shitty.
for people to follow.
It's shitty. You know.
I can't find the article, but I think there was some like pop-up housing or something being built.
Or tiny house kind of thing.
Yeah, tiny house stuff.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
There's got to be better solution than just kicking him out of the park, man.
Right.
You know, or the beach. I mean, where would you go if you were homeless and had a tent?
Well, contrary to many, I would not go to the beach
No, it's too windy.
because I think that'd be kind of annoying.
Well, the Pacific Ocean is only nice in August.
Right.
It's freezing all the other time.
Yeah. I'd probably go around here. This is actually Echo Park's understandable.
Yeah.
Here, I just shared. This
Okay.
is it. This is good stuff.
But I know in San Francisco it was bad, right?
Oh my God, yes.
All right, tiny homes, dude.
So that's something, right?
Hey, come on.
87 unit building.
Yes. That's awesome.
No, I don't know.
What
Is this
street
for
is
homeless?
that? What street is that on?
Well, that's a good question.
What street is this?
Does it say? Alvarado Street and Scott Avenue.
Yeah, that's near Echo Park. Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So they
Yeah.
did something besides just kick them out on their ass.
Yeah, it says Echo Park right there. I could read that. It's just the other font's too tiny.
38 cabin-like structures with
Right.
74 beds. So that's something.
It's like a hostel.
Right.
You
I
know?
think that, yeah.
There's just got to be a better option. Like, make it little. You don't need a lot, but I want to get everybody out from under the freeways.
That'd be
you
good.
See?
Yeah,
Like all that Hollywood. It's
I know. We need some solutions, man. This shit's
don't,
crazy.
Don't be stuck in a red light over there because you're like, what's happening? There's one, and a guy put a cross up.
Oh, yeah?
Which means I think it's like a religious structure you can't tear down.
Oh, that's
And I
pretty
was like,
clever. That's funny. So my neighbor, he told me that his girlfriend dropped her phone and some guy used it to text him and said, I have your phone. I'm homeless and I'm under the that overpass, the one that's near us by Erewhon,
Yeah.
kind of. He was there, and this guy went to collect it, and then he told me he pussied out because he was like,
Fuck that.
yeah, it's like I'm just going under a bridge, with surrounded by all these homeless people, so he didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't say this to him, but I'm like, I think I would have done it. I mean, come on, the guy bothered to text you. What? He could have just kept the phone.
Right.
I don't know. Personal opinion, but
Everyone's different, I guess, but yeah, it got bad over there too, man.
yeah.
I think because it was raining. When it rains in LA, everyone hides under like the freeways.
There's something, yeah.
Like I know in Las Vegas, there was like the mole people that hid under in the. Did you see any of that story? I think there's a Vice story on that.
Yeah, I did see that.
The mole people.
That
like under
weird,
Las
too.
Vegas. Like that's it's pretty
Well,
gnarly.
Because that's weird. They have that underground network, right?
It's like a
some tunnel
dam system for when it floods, but it wasn't raining there. So
Okay.
they all moved in there, which is basically what they're doing here under the freeways.
Right.
It's the same thing.
And if we had a tunnel system, they'd probably be in there,
It's interesting what you do
I know.
when you're homeless.
Well, this is a forced segue, but in the future, I
In
hope
the
we can solve
future-
this problem with technology.
Okay, technology. Let's get a technology.
I think this is the one you said that we don't want audio on.
Good segue, though.
Yeah, I tried.
Good segue. Joe, have you heard about this new pizza delivery? It's from Domino's. We're going to
Well,
talk about the Neuro delivery.
so Domino's already delivers.
They already deliver.
Are they stepping up their delivery game?
They're robotically.
Oh, more robots. Oh my god. Because you gotta. This is what I love about the show. I don't follow robot shit, and then Jason tells me these stories, and I'm like, what is happening?
You just, there was more robots, man. Let's talk about it. You have it?
Yep, here it is.
All right, so go.
I might have started it too early, but we'll watch
That's
it.
okay.
We'll
Let's
do a
watch
couple
little
loops. This is the one you said had music, right?
Yeah, it has music, so don't. It was
Okay.
digital trends. I saw this on digital trends, so.
And this is a Houston area
They're
Domino's.
testing it in Houston. Domino's. You can get your Domino's pizza. Come on.
Via robot.
Via robot. And
Who
then
knew?
an app will give you. And it says Walmart and Kroger are also thinking of the idea too.
Wow. Oh,
So
this
the
is gonna
robot will
catch on.
drive to your house. You can just go out and get your thing. You get a code on your phone and get your stuff. Any prepaid.
These robots, man.
uh,
And
I
I have
like
reason.
robots, Joe.
Well, I think I have reason to be concerned.
Oh, look at this. It allows you to just get the code gives you access and then it drives away.
This is the problem with fat people, is that they should just go get their pizza. Like, just walk there.
Hey,
You probably need the exercise.
here it is. They're testing in Houston, man. They're going to test it in Houston. It's a
Look at
little
that
robot.
car, man. That's goofy shit.
Well, they're going to get rid of drivers, man. What are all the Postmate people going to do? Postmates
Right.
are going to do it too. Postmates, Uber, like, it's a tech thing, Joe.
And I totally get that. Like, I get
It's
why
a
you want
tech
to cut
thing,
that out.
right?
Yeah. Did you see there was a protest, I think, in Portland, and they sent in one of those. We did a show about this a couple of years ago. They sent in a robot dog, and I think it took
Oh, yeah.
the guy out. Did you see that?
I think so, yeah.
The video's everywhere, man.
I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but
We didn't, but
we definitely talked to each other about it.
because this is all part of the same thing to me. It's like, this is why I don't want so many robots running around.
You don't like Terminators.
No, it's like a robot dog. And don't those freak you out? Those things freak me out, man.
Yes, we've already established that on the podcast. Right?
And now so I'm finding an old article. I want to see the one where the robot dog, like, they got this
How do
guy,
you feel,
whatever.
though? I mean, you get delivery, right?
So,
Sometimes.
no, I'm not a big delivery guy, which is why I'm biased. But I get why they need this.
Right.
Do you do a lot of delivery?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because typically I find a lot of the places I
But
like,
I like
are
to
nearby.
cook. I like to cook, though, too. You know, I think
Yeah.
it's... But if this alleviates grocery store, I know during the pandemic, like Instacart, all that shit has been easy for people, too. Right?
Right.
You
And
have
it'll
to
definitely
do-
make delivery cheaper.
It's
Because
gonna
that's
be-
why I don't do Uber Eats, is
It's gonna
because
be all within the app. But like the
That-
weird thing is like, how do you know all your stuff's there when you open the thing?
well, and then who do you complain to? It's just like calling on the phone.
Same thing.
You get the automated thing and you sit there yelling like, let me speak to someone.
Yeah.
That's going to be the same shit, man. You got to complain to someone.
Yeah.
You gotta be
there's
able
one-
to.
There's no one to be complained to.
But I'm sure they'll work that out. They'll probably put a speaker on it.
But Domino's, that's a pretty big company, right? Test market, it's huge for
Yep.
Texas, right?
Yeah, that's true. All the Texas fatties are going to get their
But-
pizza.
Yeah. You know?
I think there's so many robot stories.
I'm not going
man.
to do it. I'd rather go get a pizza and then bring it home.
And you know what?
And we have enough pizza places around here. I just
That's
go get it. When
exactly.
I get a pizza,
Me too.
I can walk 2 blocks and get it.
Exactly. And typically I don't get Domino's, but they're actually not the worst.
There's some Domino fan favorites there for sure.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, it's not Little Caesars. You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, that's a good $5 pizza though.
Little Caesars.
It's 2 blocks away.
The last time I had it.
At Bill's show, someone had a Little Caesars joke. Was it Bill or was it somebody else?
Yes. Yeah. No, someone did, and I completely agreed with it.
What was that joke? Was it Jamie Kennedy? Maybe. Fuck.
It was.
It might have been Jamie Kennedy.
Maybe. Basically, he was saying it's like eating cardboard.
Right. But it's like Little Caesar. And he's like, the next thing's called.
What was that joke?
Oh.
Why was he saying that? I cannot remember.
It was just good to see live comedy. It was good to see live comedy. That's all I'm saying.
Jamie Kennedy was good, man.
He was funny, man.
No Kevin Nealon, and I'm calling you out live, Kevin. Come on.
No, but he did his last show there.
Yeah.
He did the St. Patrick's Day show. You missed.
Who do you think's funnier, Kevin or Jamie Kennedy?
It's a different kind of comedy.
It is totally different. That's true.
And they're like probably 10 years different, probably, right?
That too.
Kevin Nealon's probably older.
Bill had a great set, man.
Bill had a great set. It's a great show, man.
I felt like the lack of music was a disservice to how good his set was.
Which is something you get from like a comedy show too, right?
Yeah.
Like having that MC announcer like introduce each comic. That's not in an outdoor show.
That's true. That guy, that former weather.
But you love that guy at the laundromat or the laundry dry cleaning place.
Oh yeah! Shout out to I think it's called Hancock Laundromat or something. That guy was funny.
He was very funny.
I was cutting it up with that guy. He was a cool guy.
Yeah, he said, "Give us a shout out. Get your suede."
Yeah, it's just because his shop was in the shot, and it just said because their sign burned out, so it just said leather and suede.
He's like, "We don't really do leather anymore because it's expensive."
Yeah. Speaking of dying businesses, he was like this. He's like, luckily we have other locations because this one's dying.
But the strip mall locations.
Yeah. Because same with the import shop, they're struggling.
Well, think about that. Like, if delivery goes like this for Domino's, holy shit, what's that going to do for other businesses?
Right.
You know.
And so that's why I don't want to talk too much shit about robots.
I'm like, dude, that's too tech. Like, ugh.
I know.
I don't mean like, oh, I got hit by a Walmart robot.
Right. And then who are you going to sue?
Right.
It's like the vaccine. They'll dodge you.
Cuts out like every 20-year-old to 65-year-old man's jobs.
Yeah.
As a pizza delivery guy.
And that's what bums me out.
Like a college student would be like delivering pizzas. They don't do that anymore.
Right.
Right?
So on one hand, I'm like, whatever saves the business, because obviously a lot of businesses are dying.
That business is fine, right?
Domino's?
Pizza. Yeah.
Oh, no, they're fine.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, because I think you were saying maybe this technology can extend to some of these dying businesses. Right. And if it cuts costs, maybe it'll save them.
It'll probably save them.
And that's where I'm saying, like, I support that.
They're going to cut drivers out completely.
Right. Which, I got to say, living in LA, someone asked me, because right now I'm in between jobs.
They said today it was 90% traffic was back.
Yeah, so someone asked me if I would do DoorDash, and I was like, I'll do any job but driving in LA. I can't do that.
It's not fun to drive across town.
It's fucking awful. I don't want to be driving in the middle of the day.
Yeah, no, normally you do posts, so it's like sitting in one spot is good.
Yeah. And I'd rather take a ditch.
Drive 2 hours to do that?
I don't want to do that. With food?
Yeah.
Because people get cranky about their food.
They do get cranky.
Fucking A.
All right, man. What's next?
So we're kind of on a tech run here.
We got a little techie.
Speaking of tech stuff.
All right, here's the huge tech.
This is big tech news.
It happened the other day.
So I hadn't seen this yet.
We're going to watch it.
Or I still haven't. So this is news to me. This is going to be pretty funny.
Send me the link. Because
it's coming.
I watched this.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Don't
It's
accept that. Yeah. I messed up. No, I did what I said I wouldn't do.
Oh. Well, we're learning. It's a learning experience, guys.
It really is.
We found out why the audio on Bill's Blockbuster commercial did not play.
That was a big lesson.
Lesson learned. You could probably make that full screen, right?
Should be.
You did? Yeah, it is. Okay. Just play it a little bit so it's not that logo,
Okay.
if that makes sense. All right. Okay. Let me give a little setup before we...
Go ahead. You tell me when to pause and play, and I'll just hit it.
And then I'll just open it. Do you remember, Joe,
Mm-hmm.
last year when Elon Musk said that he put a chip... Sorry, that was really loud. Did you hear that?
Oh, I did. I was
That
gonna
was like indigestion
pretend I
for our
didn't.
listeners. The Neuralink
Yeah.
inside that Gertrude pig. So it was like
Scares
reading brain waves.
Scares me more than robots. So yeah, I remember it.
If the pig scared you, if the pig scared you, Joe,
The pig scared me.
the monkey mind pong will scare you even more.
Already that sounds scary.
All right, now I will add this to the stream,
Should we check it out?
and we'll watch this play it.
Major. He's a 9-year-old macaque who had a
God.
Neuralink placed in each side of his brain about 6 weeks ago. If you look carefully, you can see that the fur on his head hasn't quite fully grown back yet.
It's an infant.
He's learned to interact with a computer for a tasty banana smoothie delivered through a straw. We can interact with the Neuralinks simply by pairing them to an iPhone. Just as
Right,
you
so
might
they
pair
put it
your
in a
phone
monkey's
to
brain now,
Bluetooth
Joe.
speaker.
Oh my god.
The links record from more than 2,000 electrodes
Already
planted in
confused.
the regions of Page's motor cortex.
This is his
that
learning
coordinate
process.
Hand and arm
He's
movements.
coordinating his hand. Watch his hand and the joystick.
Neurons in this region modulate their activity with intended hand.
Watch the ball, right? So he
For
gets
example, some might become more active when he moves his hand up,
Right, when he moves
and
it.
others when he moves it to the right.
right.
By recording from many neurons and feeding their activity into a decoder algorithm, we are able to predict Page's intended hand movements in real time. First, we calibrate the decoder by recording neural activity as Pager uses the joystick to move a cursor to targets
This is
presented
the
on
pig was
screen.
not doing this.
As he's playing this game, we
I
are
realize
wirelessly
that I'm
streaming
leaving dead
in
air
real time,
It's okay.
firing
We're listening.
thousands
by
of
not talking, but
But
I'm
watch.
already confused. Okay.
Okay, it's gonna.
I'll just keep playing.
Describe it to you more.
All right.
neurons to a computer.
So this is the same thing that
Using
the pig
these
was
data,
doing. The reading the
we
brain waves.
calibrate the decoder by
right?
mathematically modeling
is basically
the
what
relationship between
they're
patterns of
showing.
neural activity
Right.
and
Right.
the different joystick movements.
Now
they produce.
watch. They've unplugged
After only a few minutes of calibration,
the joystick,
we can use the output from the decoder to
Oh,
move the cursor instead of the joystick.
and his brain is still
No.
moving
Page
the
still
ball.
moves the
Get the
joystick
fuck
out
outta
of
here.
habit. But as you can see,
What?
it's unplugged.
No.
He's controlling
Yes.
the cursor entirely with.
And then he's
decoded
drinking like a
neural
banana smoothie.
Well,
or
because when he gets it in that square,
Our
right?
goal
Oh.
is to enable
Oh, so-
the cursor
okay,
with
okay.
paralysis to
Reward
use a
center.
computer or
It's a
phone.
reward. It's like
Brain
Pavlov's
activity
dog.
alone.
Yeah.
Because
Every
they
time a
wouldn't
bell
be able to
rings.
move the joystick,
But they
would
unplugged the
calibrate
joystick.
So they unplugged the joystick. So he's still doing that at a rhythm, but his brain is
One
still
of the
moving
things
the
the
ball
Neuralinks
to
allow
where he
I
wants
don't-
to go.
you to do.
Hold
That's
on.
freaking me out.
It's not done. We're not done.
Okay.
Pong.
Now he's playing
Control
Pong.
his paddle on the right side of the screen.
With
He's
the
trying
joystick
with his
still
brain.
unplugged.
Thinks about
He's
moving.
not touching. There's no joystick.
We've removed the joystick altogether.
I
Now that he's up to speed, let's increase the difficulty and see how well Pager can play with the Neuralink.
How is he doing this?
With his brain.
I know, but
It's with the brain chip in your brain.
wouldn't he have had to use the joystick for a little
Pager
bit?
is amazingly good at mind.
To know how to play Pong?
He's
Right.
focused.
No, it's about
He's
moving the
playing
ball
entirely
and
his own
moving
volition.
the paddle.
God.
So he's playing Pong with his brain.
It's not magic. The reason Neuralink works is because it's recording and decoding.
He's, like, doing well,
electrical
too.
signals
I
from
know.
the brain.
He's being the computer.
Great game, Pager. And what better reward for a monkey than a banana?
What a great game, Pager. So Joe, it's for like ideally they said in the article it's for like paralysis and for people that don't have physical. It's very tech.
Which
right?
makes sense. And actually that aligns with the story you did, back when we were doing the show. The blind
Oh
controller.
yeah. But that show didn't exist. That was one of the non-existent shows, Joe.
Okay. Well, we were going to at one point talk about like a Braille controller. So I get the usefully
I do too.
this. You know, it's serving someone, right? Like,
But
someone
he didn't have to use his hands at all.
it just freaks me.
It's your brain. The pig was not doing that last year.
Watching that monkey do that was insane.
But he's playing Pong with his brain.
Right.
He's not even moving his. He's just getting a banana milkshake.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's a huge.
It's a huge
thing.
step, right?
And
it's a huge step, man. Here's what it looks like. I took a picture of it, I think.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't. I tried to.
Mm.
Oh, let me try and add it.
I just spilled beer in my eye. I don't know how one does that, but I did it.
I'll try to add it to the thing.
Where's this going? Like that's.
This goes in your brain. So this is the chip that they put in the pig.
No, but like what's
so it goes inside
the
your
future
brain.
of this?
That's what we gotta think about.
But okay, so people with no arms, they might get it, so they can like play digital keyboard and play games or whatever.
I think of paraplegics, and I think of I don't know. They said Alzheimer's. They want to work on.
Yeah.
And paralysis. Like, so you have no motor skills to move your muscles, but your brain knows.
Right.
I guess that's our topic, right? Mind games.
Yes. And
like you can still do these things, Joe. You can still play video games.
And that's how I see that it's going to serve society.
I think it's going to serve a bigger thing. I just don't want to chip my brain.
Well, that's the thing. I'm just freaked out about the power,
where I
man.
get freaked out.
Like
it said it could charge like a Bluetooth speaker.
Holy shit!
They don't have to take it out of your skull. It's in your brain already.
Daddy Elon is going to force this into our brains.
God damn, he's rich. This is very Lex Luthor, right?
Yes, it is. That's what I'm scared about.
He's doing what we thought Jeff Bezos was going to do, but actually it's Elon.
Yeah. And Bill Gates.
Yeah.
Actually, and there was a story this week. I know it's a little tangential, but there was a story this week about a chip. Oh God, I'm gonna fuck it up.
In the vaccine, like that one.
It's not in the vaccine, but it's a chip small enough, like that it could go into your body through that.
Through a syringe.
Yeah.
Shit. And
so that was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that's happening.
Monkey mind pong, man.
The RFID chip.
You have a link? Here, I'll put it on.
I'm trying to find... Ah, man. It was big in the news a couple days ago. Maybe yesterday. It's funny how this stuff disappears.
Well, it's the internet, man.
Yeah. I was seeing it all over Twitter. RFID chip vaccine? I don't know. I can't find a current article, but anyway, point being, this stuff isn't too far off. Like, they can
do that.
Ship
When
us.
I saw that, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
But, like, think of that. If, like, you have, like, a prosthetic, I guess it does kind of go in that same vein of the Braille controller and shit.
Right.
And, like, someone in a wheelchair, and their motor skills are all there.
Mm-hmm.
If they can move something to here to there, they can do a thing. Like, so it's very smart, man. It's very smart.
Right.
Tech.
And, we know that it has its use. It's just...
I'm scared of what the use could be.
Yeah.
And then we become, like, cyborgs.
Do you think you're going to be a cyborg?
No, I'm not going to be a cyborg. I'll be dead before that happens, I hope. But
I hope so, too.
Not with these dominoes showing up every 3 weeks over here.
Yeah. Here it is.
Share it. Yeah,
Pentagon. Yeah, here we go. I'm going to share this. This is just this quick thing. Not a big news update, but it's just furthering the point that
And he really wants to go to Mars, man. The fact that he's doing that, I mean, it could be like think of all these steps, right? We haven't had humans on Mars yet, right?
Right.
So Elon is trying to go to Mars. That's his main goal, correct? When we had on the moon missions, we had monkeys go there first, dude. So maybe he's doing that so we can send monkeys to Mars before humans. Like,
yeah.
Like, think of that. Like, you know, we used to send dogs.
Right. Oh, we're gonna see the
chimps. All that went
to
the moon before we sent humans.
And we're gonna see the Mars monkey stories.
That's
soon.
Also like a test of him. Can we train him to put it here if we need something? Done?
Right. Know? Well, check out this story because
Okay.
this kind of speaks to that. So it's funny because it's like December 4th, 2020. Fact check. RFID microchips will not be injected with the COVID-19 vaccine.
That's rumors,
and then,
right?
Like, I think this was yesterday, you got Pentagon unveils microchip that senses COVID in the body. That's the part I couldn't remember. So it's for sensing COVID. Again, useful, right? But
can't dogs sense COVID too?
Yeah, can't dogs sense like...
That's something I saw. What, can dogs sense COVID? I feel
well,
like they can.
Because they sense...
they have extra senses, man.
Seizures and shit, right?
Yeah. Like seizure dogs.
And some people say they sense earthquakes.
Yeah.
Which I never knew if that's true.
Well, their sense of smell is heightened, right? Like, and their hearing's definitely stronger.
Right.
There's blind dogs. Come on, Joe. Like,
in fact, my foster dog right now has cancer, and he's basically in hospice with us. He's not going to last too much longer. But I've taken him around other dogs, and it's almost like they sense that he's sick. Like, they're very gentle with him. Like wild dogs, like my friend's crazy dogs. They'll be suddenly just very gentle. And you almost wonder if they can, like, sense that he's cancerous. You know what I mean?
Like, mentally.
Yeah.
Or from the smell of his butt.
Or from the... No, that... Seriously. Because they'll smell his butt.
They smell the cancer.
Yeah, I really think they might be able to do that. I know I sound conspiracy.
That makes the dog, like, the greatest person ever.
That's the thing. And I was never a dog person.
I love dogs. I love them.
I always hated dogs. I'm finally coming around. Because when you get the right...
Because you did the fostering.
Yes.
You guys had a couple fosters.
Oh, we've had, like, almost a dozen now.
It's awesome.
It's pretty crazy. So I'm coming around.
That's cool.
And it fixed my allergies. I used to be allergic to dogs.
Oh, shit.
I've, like, lost my allergy. Pretty crazy.
All right, so
good on dogs.
Good on dogs. No Neuralink for me yet.
No.
I have all my motor skills.
Same.
I could use a banana shake. Banana milkshake could be nice on the side.
I love banana
like right
milkshakes.
in this tube.
Yep. That'd make podcasting a lot more fun.
Every time you got something right.
Although, you know, I'm kind of doing it.
We're having a little milkshake.
Little milkshake of our own.
All right, our last story, still video game related.
Speaking of dystopia, right?
It's dystopia, right?
This is kind of dystopian, I think.
And it was along the Pong. The monkey was playing Pong, so that's why I was like, oh, video game related.
It is. It's more gamer stuff.
Did you hear about... And since we're on Twitch, Joe.
That's right.
Not Monkey Pong. It was the $600,000 Mario Brothers. What?
What indeed? I actually didn't hear about this, other than the banner.
About?
So please.
What are you talking about, Joe? I need to go to my Chrome tab here.
Because I thought at first this had to do with those NFTs.
Is this going? Look at this.
But this is literally...
This is a forgotten copy of Super Mario Brothers. Sold at auction for $600,000.
That's fucking insane.
It's retarded.
Almost 700.
It was $660,000.
Wow.
Okay, so the article was in It was in somebody's desk drawer for 35 years. They bought it. It's brand new and sealed. They got it graded. This is the weird, from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
The weird thing, oh my goodness. The weird thing is this Heritage Auction company. They're trying to make video games comic books. Comic books sell for millions of dollars.
Yes. So they're trying to do like a collectible.
So they're grading
high value.
Yeah, they're trying to do this high value. Like, it gets graded, it gets sealed. Okay, so this got a B grade as an 8.0, right? So this is the best looking copy of this original Mario game. Doesn't have Duck Hunt. It's like one of the original 10 games that the system released with.
Right.
But everybody that had a Nintendo, they had this game, right? It came with the system.
Oh, yeah.
So this is like, you had to buy this when you first heard about the system.
Okay.
So it sat in this guy's desk for 35 years, had it graded. The problem I'm hearing, though, is like, this Heritage Auction is, I don't know if it's a couple of guys going in on it to make the value higher.
Mm-hmm.
And to make this like, oh, is this a niche thing? Is this a collector thing? They're trying to make them being as popular as comic books.
Right.
And drive the price up. Or...
But that's the question.
I think it's bullshit.
So to set up some background, because I thought this was like, you've heard of NFTs. I think we talked about this on episode 6.
Like a piece of art.
Yeah, and how they're selling memes.
No.
So it's not digital. This is literally the game.
It's that game.
That's
the value
insane.
of that game. You can't open it and play it because it's got that fucking plastic container on it.
Like a comic book. So it's, like sealed.
They're trying to make it comic books, but they're not comic books yet.
No.
The game is probably, it's not worth that much.
Of course not. Yeah.
But they're trying to make...
Even comic books arguably aren't, but...
I know.
At least...
With the IP. Right. With the IP, like, okay, the first Superman, all that stuff. Like the old...
Right.
I get
Whereas this was a mass-produced game. There's no first... It's not like this one's different than the other one.
That's the first print.
Right. But the other ones are the same. It's not like this has more value than one I found at the pawn shop.
Exactly. I mean, because it's sealed and no one played it. That's the only value it has.
Right.
I don't buy it. Like, that's 660,000.
We're talking almost $1 million. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why they're saying like, probably multiple people went on it, and then they own it. Like, I think that's what Heritage kind of does, and then.
Right, but I don't know. This stuff blows my mind, man. Like, it really does.
It's like a bad episode of Pawn Stars.
Yeah. Like, you just gotta wonder, people have this much money. It's like that meme that sold for $68 million or whatever.
Like that shit's weird. It's from a digital piece of art, right?
It's almost like digital weirds me out even more than this.
Because that's tech. It's techy. It's too techy for you, Joe. I mean, you played Mario, right?
Right. It's just a fucking game. It's like barely better than Pong.
Barely. It's only 35 years old, man.
When are they going to get that monkey to play Super Mario Brothers?
Are they going to do this for every game?
That's what I'm wondering. It's like,
that's what I don't want, this like grading of video games to get to that level.
Right.
I don't think I mean, people are doing it already. They're grading their boxed whatevers.
What's the grading shit about?
Well, they took over from the comics.
So they used to grade comics? Cause,
like, I know of that, because I'm into Comic-Con and all that. Like, I know that's, you can get more value for your comic if it's sealed and graded. Because basically, over time, that deteriorates.
Right.
But
and this...
I think they want video games to get there, but I don't think video games should be there.
But it's kind of a vintage thing, right?
It's a retro thing.
Like, could I sell Silent Hill for PS1? Like,
yeah, you can get that graded. Probably get a 4 or 5
million. I'll take it.
No, I'm saying that's the rating. gonna be like
Oh.
4.5.
Well, so that's the thing. Why does Mario
used.
get...
It's like, I don't know, because no one touched it. It was in this guy's desk drawer.
So they're not grading on quality of content. They're grading on like
Quality
untouched.
of untouched.
Yeah.
ability.
Okay.
Which
Got
is what
it.
they do for comics. Which
So
I get
that's-
that similarity, but
That's something I didn't know. I didn't have any background on that.
yeah.
I never really knew that. That's so crazy, man. Where do people get this money? Like,
I don't know. Not now, even like. That's why I think it was multiple people.
no, I think you're right.
Because what guy put 600? Oh, you know what? I'll buy that.
Yeah.
They said the opening bidding. Let me show this again. Look at this opening bidding was.
Oh God. $5. That's what I would
The
do.
opening bidding at the auction was
Look outta here.
$310,000.
Get out of here. Who opens with that?
Look at this. The auction website allows bidders to make offers to new owners starting at $990,000.
God. Meanwhile, it's like, will I ever be able to buy a house? Like,
Nope.
and people are just buying video games?
Well, I think people will think of during the pandemic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, definitely were stuck in your basement for a minute, right? If you were...
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything that could have got me to spend that. Like,
Not... That's one game collection, I'll tell you that.
and then I'm just like, what's your return on that investment? Or
That's,
if you want to call it
you're
that.
investing on that one piece
I guess.
and maybe sell that.
And that, which brings me back to the NFTs. It's like, I can't wrap my head around
I can't...
the value.
Or the NFTs, I can't.
What is the inherent value?
I mean, my other side project, you've seen my cartoons, Joe.
Yeah.
It's kind of that. I've seen some people that do that every day. And
Yeah.
They just draw pictures on their iPad. So it's kind of NFT.
You got to turn one of those into an NFT. I actually have been thinking about this.
It's,
Like,
I mean,
there could be something to
it's
it.
something that I need to do more of, but
I think maybe not next. One of these episodes, I think I'm going to have a whole cryptocurrency NFT
yeah, oh yeah.
thing because it's a big thing right now.
It's a big topic, right?
And I keep trying to understand it, and
you mean
just-
Dogecoin, Bitcoin,
Yeah.
all that. Yeah.
I just feel too dumb.
You can own 10% of one.
Yeah. Like, I have some Bitcoin, I have some Litecoin.
That's good. Dogecoin, there's the other one. One
Yeah.
of them's like 10 cents now.
Elon
one?
Musk was pushing at the dog coin, whatever it's called.
Dogecoin.
Yeah. So
Super fun, man. We had
there's a
good
lot
show,
of
Joe.
shit to talk about there. It was
I
this
know.
was, you bring in these stories that I'm like,
What?
how did that escape me? I spend all day online pretty much. It's like,
Well, that's, sometimes I see things that you don't see, and, we definitely saw this Cinerama Dome because it's affecting us.
that's the talk of the town. That's
Every
hard to
person-
dodge. Yeah.
I'm so pissed I can't go there.
I know. I didn't. Who knew that Midsummer was the last movie I'd see there?
I know.
I did not know that.
Well, I saw that Terminator movie there.
Oh,
That screener I saw, the
yeah.
director, yeah, that was there.
that's the last. What's the last one you saw there?
I can't remember.
That's what's interesting
Definitely
to
the
think about.
fall.
Did Midsummer come out before?
It was around Halloween, wasn't it, or before then?
What was the latest Jordan Peele one?
Us.
Us. Which one came out first, Midsummer or Us? They were
I
like
don't know.
same-ish time. I saw them both there, so one of those was the last one.
I just
saw
missed.
there.
That's a huge theater. Like,
I
what do
know.
you do to a movie theater? You can't tear a movie theater out of there.
Well, it's like what's going to happen. I think, like you said, I'm on board with your theory.
I think in Netflix, it's gonna buy.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good thing, but
Hey, it's a landmark, so they can't touch the. I
That's
guess they ran
important to me.
into that in the '90s. In one article I read, it was like, you can't pull that brick out, or the whole
Good.
thing will fall down.
yeah. Preserving that kind of
Like
shit's important.
Godzilla. Did you see Godzilla? Did you watch Godzilla?
No, I haven't.
But
Have
that's like a Godzilla is a dumb movie.
You'd want to be there, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a King Kong guy. I'd be rooting for him. So I mean, don't spoil
Kong's,
it, but
no.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm a Kong.
Pick your battles.
Who are you? Do you like Godzilla or Kong?
Skull Island is fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was
That
good.
movie's great.
And wasn't Naomi Watts? Is she in that?
And
She's
like Samuel L.
hot,
Jackson,
man.
I think, was in that. And
That's right.
Yeah, that's a good movie. But it's all, continuation. I saw part of it. It's good. I gotta finish.
Yeah. R.I.P. DMX. R.I.P. to the Dome.
The Dome will come back.
The Dome will come back, but
It just sucks that it's timing because we haven't still been able to go to movies. That like the best movie theater to go to, we still can't go to.
so it's like bummer news on top of bummer news. It's like
bummer.
I haven't seen a movie in forever, and now you're telling me it's not coming back.
That's why I think why they should have. They knew about this a couple months ahead of time.
I think they did.
They let us know.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Maybe there's enough there's enough celebrities and people tweeting about it. Like, what? You can't let this happen.
Right. You'd
Like
hope.
that was the whole Hateful Eight thing.
Yeah.
Like Quentin Tarantino shot 70 millimeter specifically for
That's
the Cinerama Dome.
yeah, exactly. I forgot about that. That's
He's
mind-blowing.
he's gotta be pissed.
Yeah,
But maybe he'll buy it.
maybe.
I mean,
'Cause
he owns the New Beverly on Beverly.
that's what I was going to ask.
Have
I
you been
knew
to
he
that
owned
one?
something. No, I want to go there.
But that's
I
like a
haven't-
vintage. He runs old. He runs old. That's a great theater too.
He's a contender. Maybe he'll buy this.
It's like the Vista, but only retro movies usually. Or his.
Right. I like that.
It's intimate. It's cool. He should just buy it, but he probably.
He should. We'll see. Things are opening up. I think we're going to have more shit to talk about.
We need to do. We realized tonight we need to do a weekend show so more people watch.
Yes.
Because
One of these days you'll get a weekend.
Wednesdays are not, for everyone.
It's not ideal, but I'm still wrapping my head around the streaming thing because
No, it's. I feel like we did it. We had some views. We got a comment. We got a comment. Hump Day.
did we?
We got one comment.
Hey, thanks, Class Ender.
Look at this.
Appreciate you.
Kazender. Hump Day.
All right.
Thank you for the comment.
Coming
You
in
guys
from
are awesome.
Twitch. That's cool.
Coming from Twitch, man. Hump Day.
Well, thanks for being a bro and commenting. We always need.
We love it, man. See, we
Always
got
want the
we had
viewership.
our first live comment show. So if we do it
it's good.
live, people can comment, which is good.
Exactly. We're coming up on Ep 10, so
Said hello, everyone, man.
hey, boys, nice to meet you guys. What are you guys about here? Classender, we are about technological ignorance and pop culture brilliance. So Jason told me a bunch of tech stuff that I had not heard about. But then we also talk about pop culture, movies. We're both in film, TV.
Yeah.
So
We just want to start streaming more. And this is our,
this is it.
it's our best bet.
And it can only go up from here. You're kind of catching us at the tail end, but I'm glad you commented.
You're still watching. Thanks for comments, man. More comments, likes. Let me put up our, here's our page, Joe.
There you go.
Find us everywhere.
You'll find us here.
Like us on Facebook, Instagram. We post Instagram a lot. Twitter. We need to fix that, but it's there. You can find us on Twitter.
Yep. Just search. Hey, or go there. It's right
Or
there.
go there. It's all right there. Just like us, friend us. Know when we're doing it live. We're trying to promote more, but
Yeah. I'm a former computer hardware engineer who is taking a liking to pop culture, so it kind of sounds like I'm in the right place.
sweet.
You are. You're actually between your former career, or maybe current, I don't know, and your interest in pop culture, you're pretty much in the right place.
You're in the same wheelhouse. I'm glad
And
you found us.
And we're always interested in engaging, so if you ever want to, send us a message or come on this show or
like us,
pretty
tweet
open.
us. We're on Twitter, Instagram, everything.
So shout out to Klasender for tuning in and chatting with us. That's awesome.
And thank you guys, man. The show will be up tomorrow, I guess, on YouTube if you didn't watch it, but on Facebook. It's on our Facebook, so.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
All right, Joe. Good show.
Good
Episode
show.
8. We did 8 episodes.
We're almost at 10. 8 episodes.
We got 8.
That's great.
All right, man.
All right.
Have
Peace.
a good night, guys. Right?
Adios. Are we back on?